Have you ever wondered how you can make more time for being able to crochet or knit or do those crafty things that you love? Today I want to share with you some of my tips and tricks how, as a mom of 7 and a business owner, I'm able to get so much done every single day. Sit down with a cup of coffee, some tea, and perhaps a snack, and let me teach you just a few things that you might be able to incorporate into your own day in order to get more crocheting, crafting, knitting, whatever you want done. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here tuning in. Let's just dive right into this. So I asked a question on Facebook. If you could ask one of your favorite crochet bloggers, knitters, whatever, something, what would that thing be? And a lot of people talked about time. How do you have enough time? How do you get more time? All of that stuff. And I just want to preface this video by saying I don't do everything perfectly. I'm not as organized as I would like to be. But there's a couple things that I've learned over the last 12 years. And that is, one, there's no such thing as balance. Balance is impossible. Whether you have 0 kids, whether you have 20 kids, it does not matter. Even if you're single, life happens, things happen. So it's important that you learn how to embrace that and learn to go with the flow. Number 1, stop trying to achieve balance. There's no such thing as balance. So one of the things that I try to focus on is having a game plan, having a goal, having a thing that I want to accomplish in mind in the future. So for instance, if I have a cardigan pattern that I want to have designed and I want to be able to release it by X time, I make goals and figure out how much time I need to invest in order to have that happen. So having something that you're aiming for is so important, because if you're just kind of going with the motions and you're not really shooting or moving in a direction to achieve something, you're gonna find that you're spending a lot of time doing things, but you're not getting anything done. And so obviously we want to complete projects. We want to be able to give those handmade gifts, or maybe even design, or whatever the case is. You want to be able to finish things. So setting some type of a goal is so important so that you can start moving in a direction. Number 2, another thing that I like to do is break down your day into time slots. We're all given the same 24 hours in a day. So therefore, we have to figure out how much sleep do our bodies need. I typically need around 6.5, sometimes 7 if I'm not feeling good. Obviously, if I have a baby who is nursing, or I have kiddos that have been sick through the night, that's gonna ebb and flow and change. Remember, it's not about balance, it's about learning to do the dance of life. So I know that I need around 6 to 6.5, 7, like I said, if I'm not feeling very good. So that's really important to know what your body needs. There are some people, they only need like 4 hours of sleep. My mother-in-law is like that. She doesn't need very much sleep. But there's other people, they need like 8, 10, 11, 12 hours of sleep. Everyone's body is different. So it's so important to know like what you need. Another thing that I do in that compartmentalizing my day is making sure I have set times for like my meals. And so I like to cook a lot of my meals. We really try not to eat out. We try to eat as healthy as possible. We don't always do it, but we try to eat as healthy as possible. And so having a general time when our meals are, that helps me plan for what I'm making and how much time it's going to require me to spend cooking that. So that breaks that down. Then we homeschool, and we homeschool in the morning time. And right now, my 3 older kids, they work pretty independently, and I just pop in and help if and when they need assistance, or if they have something really cool they've learned that they want to tell me. Obviously, they'll pop into my day and do that. But the morning time after breakfast is usually my time that I spend with my 2 toddlers, and then we call them the littles. So we have babies, littles, and bigs. So our three bigs, they work independently in the morning. The requirement is they have to be done by 5 o'clock, but they're usually done by like 2. So the morning time is me working with my toddlers and my littles, and we do that. And then after lunch, it's kind of nap time for the babies, and then the toddlers usually just have their free play. The littles have their free play and all of that. And that's when I answer questions, batch Instagram stuff that I have to do for the business, film like I'm doing right now, and all of that good stuff. And then we have dinner, and then everybody typically goes in their room at 7. They do not have to go to sleep, but that's just the time that they spend in their room hanging out with, we have girls in one room and boys in another, and they just do their thing, and sometimes they drift off to sleep somewhere around 9, 10-ish, whatever. We're kind of relaxed on that. It's just at 7, they have to be in their rooms. That's usually when I shower, maybe make plans for what I want to do for the rest of the week. But one of my biggest tools that I use is, and this is going to bring about point 3, is planners. I am never, ever, ever without a planner. Now, I am not a digital planner person, and if you are, that's awesome. You need to figure out what works for you. But I have found that I remember things a lot better if I have written it all down. So if you're a bullet journal person, or if you are somebody who likes the written planners, or if you like digital, whatever it is, have something in your arsenal that you can refer back to, keep with you. And I carry mine in my project bag that I have right here. So books that I'm reading, all of my planners, my current project, anything like that is stored, boom, right there in that bag. And then I have a purse that's separate, but that usually travels all around the house with me. I always try to have it with me. So it's important, like, kind of have your stuff like all together so that you can always be referring back to whatever it is that you need. But planners are so important. So figure out a planner system that works for you. Number 4, I love to read, and I have found that there are some people that can read and knit like a book. I don't know what type of like devices that they have to hold their books. I haven't managed to do that. However, what I do love to do is I use Audible, and I will just pop earbuds in my ear and listen to books and then knit or crochet or whatever. Sometimes I will watch a show, but usually I'm listening to either a business talk or an audiobook or something like that that's going to help me grow and develop to be a better business person or a better designer or something like that. I don't always do that, like I said. I do watch shows occasionally, but I try to just really maximize the time that I have awake doing something that's going to help me grow more. So yeah, those are 4 huge things. 1, realizing there's no such thing as balance. 2, what did I say 2 was? I don't even remember. Well, you can refer back to what 2 is. 3 is a planner. Oh, compartmentalizing time. That's what 2 was. We have 1, no such thing as balance. 2, compartmentalizing your time. 3 would be planners, and 4 is things like audiobooks and things that are going to help you be able to maximize. If I got that out of order, I'm so sorry. I did put it down on the screen just so you can know and maybe make notes. But really, it's about being gracious with yourself, being willing to forgive yourself if you mess up, realizing that you have a brand new day tomorrow that you can start over. But most importantly, have goals, realize that life is going to happen, things are going to change, things are going to affect what happens in your day. You're going to have a kid get sick, or you're going to get sick yourself, or maybe you have to stay late at work, or whatever the situation is. Don't worry. Keep trying, don't give up, and do whatever you can to just be the best that you can be. We all have the same amount of time in a day, and it's up to us how we choose to use that time. So these are just a few things that I do to try to make sure that I'm staying on track, that I'm hitting goals, that I'm accomplishing the things that I want to accomplish. And then I also realize that Sometimes I'm just going to totally fail, and sometimes I'm going to get it so wrong. But I promise you that if you take these little baby steps, you will definitely be able to find more time to do the things that you love to do. I'm really trying to just help people in whatever ways that I can with things that have helped me. Again, I might be a mom of 7. I'm not as organized. Why? Because I'm raising human beings in a real world. We try, we have goals, we do whatever we can to meet those goals. Sometimes we make it, sometimes we don't, sometimes we're ahead, sometimes we're behind, but nevertheless, we try. Try. That's what's most important. And just be willing to be gracious with yourself and be willing to fail, start over, and try again. Trying is the biggest thing and biggest piece of advice I can give you. So again, I hope that helps. I hope that you are able to find yourself being better with your time and being better managers of your time and getting more things done in this year or in years to come if you're a future watcher. And I just want you to know I really appreciate you watching these videos and liking and subscribing and all of that fun stuff. It really does help me out, and it helps me to be able to invest in providing content for you guys. And if you want to see more videos about managing and just different things that I do to be able to accomplish the things that I do, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear some ideas of stuff that you would like to see. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.